And now another exciting episode of Dan versus Fish on Fishing Affliction TV.
Well, folks, it's official. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has put a plan in place to restrict our boating access below our dams on the Cumberland River system. And this Dan versus Fish featurette is designed to inform you and educate you so you can have an opportunity to become involved to stop the restrictions below our Cumberland River dams that is going to be imposed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, taking away our privileges and enjoyment of some of the finest fishing that we've come to enjoy and taken for granted. Let's catch up with TWRA's Doug Markham as he shares some more insight on this matter of Corps-imposed restrictions and access below our dams.
What is that we're fishing below?
This would be Old Hickory Dam, and as you can see, very safe place to fish if you know what you're doing.
And by gosh, we've done it a whole bunch of times. I know that both you and I are absolutely passionate about fishing below dams.
Yes, Dan, we are. We're very passionate about it, and so are a lot of people other people that have been doing it for decades. And by now, a lot of folks know the Corps of Engineers making an attempt to shut down this great piece of water below all our Cumberland River dams and tributaries. And if it do, it will be a taking away an access area to fishermen that have created a tradition fishing down here. And it will probably be one of the saddest things that I've seen as far as fishing goes in my 26, 28 years talking about the outdoors.
People can get a lot of information at your Facebook page.
They can. It's Doug Markham Outdoors. Come on my Facebook page. By the time you see this, the Corps might already have their buoys in place to try to stop us from, but don't give up the fight. They waited as long as they could to let the public know about it. Some of you may just now be finding out. We got congressional folks in Washington, and if they get this thing in place, we need to get it reversed.
Well, while we have the beautiful privileges and freedoms that we have, let's keep them and fight to keep them and enjoy them. So let's go catch them.
I appreciate it, Dan.
This is turbo crappie. Look at that. Look at that, huh? I know that's a keeper, Doug.
Don't need a board on that one, do you?
Don't need one. Let me see if I can, you know, a beautiful day below the dam, Old Hickory Dam, catching all kinds of fish and keeper crappie. My goodness. All right, Doug, go catch something so I can just see you.
No, you keep going, man. I'm loving it. Good.
Now I gotta man the boat. I am rolling.
All right.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm tired of getting my butt stomped, so I put on a jig.
And caught the big slab of the day. How about that for a big old crappie, Doug?
Below the dam, it's a nice one.
Boy, you just put that jig on that, what, 5 minutes ago?
Listen, I have been down below dams many times, Dan, and I don't usually fish for crappie. And you showed me this, and I'm just telling you, there's something new down here all the time below a dam. You showed me this. I've caught one or two in my life down below a dam.
Well,
now, I know they catch them below milled dams, low level dams, but they're down below the big water. So.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Boy, and that's a dandy right there too, Doug.
All right.
All right, let me help you out.
Well, as Doug puts this big slab in the Triton's live wells, it was time to call it a day below Old Hickory Dam, but hopefully not forever.
Doug, a mess of crappie below Old Hickory Dam.
We did. I mean, if we'd come out here all day, there's no telling how many we'd caught. And these were below the dam fish. Old Hickory Lake, right here. We came out of the Old Hickory side near DuPont. So you can do this kind of stuff too. There's all kinds of fish up there below that dam. And we caught a bunch of bluegill that you didn't see but one of, and drum and a bass here or there. And some days you can come up to this dam, Dan, and it's all about catfish. Another day it's about hybrids. A lot of white bass, rockfish get up here. The guys catch sauger even from the bank sometimes. And occasionally the walleye get up here and they're down the river too. This is just one of the funnest places in the world, and it will be a sad day if we're not able to come up and fish below our dams on the Cumberland River. No reason for it, the numbers aren't there, and I appreciate anybody any of the people that watch your show, if they'll contact somebody, their legislator, their senator, and tell them we don't want this to happen in Tennessee. This is too wonderful place to fish.
It sure is, Doug. Boy, I'll tell you what, let's make it a point to be back down here again doing this.
You invite me, I'm coming.
Well, folks, this situation is real. Restrictions are about to be put in place without our voice being heard. So here's what I would suggest doing. get on Facebook, follow Doug Markham's posts about what's going on, because he's got the latest information that can help you pick a direction so your voice can be heard and we can make an impact to stop the restrictions that are going to be imposed on us by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Folks, there's a lot at stake, and please consider being an active part and active voice in fighting these Corps-imposed restrictions so we can continue to enjoy the privileges of fishing below our dams and enjoying some of the greatest fishing that we all have the opportunity to experience. And now back to Fish in Affliction.